Hi, I'm Pastor John Norman, and I am the lead pastor of the Harbor Assembly of God, and this is the Heart of Devotion. What I'm going to be doing each week is sharing a little bit from my personal devotion, and which is also our Bible reading plan for our church. And it was a lot of fun. Last night I got to read my son a bedtime story, and I got to read him the story of Peter Pan. And it was really, a lot of fun to be able to share him a story that I grew up with and that he now gets to enjoy as well. And during the story, I found something very interesting. What I found is that Peter and Wendy, they really had an interesting relationship, and Peter really liked Wendy. But something happened was that Tinkerbell started becoming very jealous of Wendy. And that jealousy started taking root in her heart, and it started growing and growing and growing. And in that jealousy, she eventually got to the point where she became so bitter and so frustrated that she actually went and told Captain Hook the location for the Lost Boys hideout. And in doing so, she not only let that fester in her heart and hurt her own heart, and now that jealousy and envy started to hurt her friends and her family around her. And eventually Captain Hook, of course, did attack and do all the things that we know Peter Pan, the story of Peter Pan is all about. But I found it very interesting that jealousy and envy took root in her heart. Well, this isn't just a story for fairy tales. This is also a story for us as humans, because this is something that can affect us as well. This last week in our Bible reading plan at church, we read the story of Cain and Abel. And what happened was Abel had given a sacrifice to the Lord that God was pleased with. And Cain gave a sacrifice that he was not so pleased with. And something took root in Cain's heart. Well, let me read you that. This is in Genesis chapter 4, verse 6. And the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do what is wrong, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Unfortunately, Cain didn't heed to the Lord's advice, and he allowed it to take root in his heart. See, he was so envious and jealous that his brother's sacrifice was accepted and his was not, that he took his brother out to the field, and he actually killed his very own brother, because that envy and jealousy took root in his heart, and it produced something horrible. In our lives, we can allow envy and jealousy to take root in our hearts as well. It doesn't just affect us, unfortunately. It also affects our friends and families around us. So I want to encourage you to not waste your time worrying about what other people have and what other people's promotion they got and you didn't get, or what other people achieved this great thing and you didn't, achieve it, even though you might feel like you did. You should have been able to have that reward. Don't let those things ruin your life. Don't let those things ruin your heart. There's another verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 4, and it really kind of sums it all up, I think. It says this, "And I saw that all toil and all achievement spring from one person's envy of another. This too is meaningless, a chasing of the wind." I just want to say thank you for listening to my devotion today, and stay tuned. We'll probably have one of these up every week. So God bless you. Have a great day.